Anyway, so I went to, on the way there, I was crying because I didn't feel like I was going to fit. I didn't know, well, what if I didn't have anything to say to anybody? What if there's not a spot for me? What if I'm too stupid to even be able to do it? And my sister was so sweet. She's 3 years older than me, and she's like, sweetheart, you can do this. You can do this. And so she kept on the phone with me, and until I opened up the door, I walked in, and I just saw all these wonderful faces, and the energy of the room was, now I found my peeps. And so I was relaxed and, was learning, and I found it fascinating at a whole different level. And then pursued doing the training, and what held me back is that if I were to stand up in front of a group of people, I would feel like if I screwed up, I was stupid, I was dumb. And so I had approached Michael, and I said, I'd like to become a trainer for Bennett University. What do you think? Do you think I have what it takes? And he said, well, sure. And he said, well, what stopped you in the past? And I got all teary-eyed, and I said, I'm scared. And he's like, that's 15 minutes of work. And I'm like, right. I had been going to therapy for years about this. There is no way it was 15 minutes of work. And he did a process with me, which was a very, short little process, and it was changing you'll learn about this, changing the submodalities or the distinction of how I remembered a certain event. And I wasn't even consciously aware of this event. And he started noticing that I was referencing an audio track and guided me to bring that up. And lo and behold, there was my third grade teacher, Mrs. Wagner's voice. And the whole memory came up, and she had asked me to go in front of the class and solve a division problem. And I was in third grade, and I looked at her like she was asking me, well, could you go speak French? I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And I was one of those kids that was kind of always in La La Land, in school. So it was like, she caught me daydreaming. I'm a naughty girl, So I went up and I couldn't do it. And she said, well, what are you, a stupid idiot? And at that particular time, when she said that, I made a judgment about myself, which I formulated a belief about me that I was a stupid idiot. Now, I was always pretty tenacious, so I kind of muscled my way through things. However, I always had that underlying feeling that I wasn't good enough, I wasn't smart enough, and I just wouldn't be able to do any of this. And so anyways, we switched the voice to Elmer Fudd voice. So it was really hard to take that woman seriously. Now keep in mind, this social anxiety actually went through many, many different contexts of my life, many different areas of my life, and one of which was writing. And in business, when you're in business, you have to write. You have to answer emails. I literally could not answer an email. I would get an email, I would think about what I was going to say, and because I was so in my feelings and feeling so crappy about that I was stupid, right? And I wasn't going to tell everybody, I think I'm a stupid idiot. I wouldn't be able to write the email. And if I wrote it, I'd have to have each one of my sisters review it before I passed it on. And talk about cumbersome. I didn't get a lot of things done when it came to that. And I was just amazed. The next day, after doing the process with Michael, and I kid you not, it was 15 minutes. I got up in the morning, opened my email, read, some emails, and I was still working during the class. And all of a sudden I just start typing away, and there she is. Come on in. No, it's okay. You gotta, there. Adriana. Yeah, but we were waiting for you because we knew you were very special. Saved a special spot for you. So anyways, I started just typing these emails, and I was like, ding, send, and another one, send. I'm like, God, this is so cool. So that really, I knew that this was powerful, just because of my previous trainings. However, when you experience the power within, it is amazing. It's amazing. So that's the beauty of this class, because you're going to be the coach, you're going to be the client, and you get to be the student. And we have a few people that are returning students. So they're going to be assisting, and so then you get a whole nother layer, higher layer of learning. So you guys can always come back and join us again and retake any class that you've already taken. And it's really a fun experience. So it's like going to adult day camp.